Hey Steve, this is SuperZomGBBQ, and this is my first video that I've done other than the one I did on my phone a couple of days ago for a long time, and there's a lot to catch up on. I couldn't do it in the last video because, I don't know if you remember, but it cuts out quite a bit, so I wanted to first of all get out of the way the fact that we have the PCC on that's coming towards the end. I am currently ranked number 41, as you can see below me. And you've also got a little thing down the bottom, which I'm going to talk about in a second. This is a prediction that I have. So that's potentially going to help you out, especially if you're grinding along this video. But first of all, I'm going to go to the leaderboards. Now, the leaderboards are going to tell a very, very interesting story at the top. First of all, we have Fuji, who is battling out. He's actually another YouTuber. If you want to check him out, he is going to show up in the top right-hand side of the video right now. You probably already have subscribed to him. He's not the most popular YouTuber, but he does have a very vastly increasing amount of subscribers, and he does have a lot of views, so definitely go check him out. He's also, I'll be on the receiving end of a lot of luck recently in the Diva department, which doesn't really help. Hero is going at him really tough on the background and in second place. Sasha as well is really tight up there. Lots of activity between 25 and or 26 and 23,000. Poocher's kind of given up, it looks like, but it literally is like a 7,000 point gap between that point, and that's like at least a minimum of 700 games if we can order them with titles on, so that's insane. Going down here, obviously I will do my shout outs for the top 50 when it gets to that point, and just looking at the points here. It's going to be between about 16,000 and around about, I mean, I just saw Edward up there. Edward's grinding rate, trying to get up to 10,000, as am I, which I'll show you where my point total is sitting at the moment. As you can see here, 9104 with the Bailey. Now, if we, that's the top 50, but going further below there, going to 75, it's around about 8,400, 8,300 at the moment. So I need to make sure that I'm at least 1,000 points clear before I go to see this evening. It should be absolutely fine. I can't see it being a problem at all. I just passed for Gara as well, which is awesome. But I'll do more shout-outs and top 50 when we actually get to the end of the event, because otherwise I'm going to start telling people who might not actually end up getting the top 75, which would obviously be a little stupid. So what's gone on with me? I've actually already dropped 2 ranks as I've been talking, so I need to start grinding again. I'm in a King of the Ring that's really difficult, but let's talk about stuff outside the King of the Ring. No, before you guys probably thought about it, has he got a Pro Diva yet? No, I don't have a Pro Diva yet. It's really getting frustrating, and I'm going to show you again. Divas, still the same 5 I had beforehand, no luck. I am coming up to my Diva Ladder Award. That's 17,500 games, which hopefully is a pro, but if it's one of these, it'd be awesome, but I'm just not getting the luck at the moment, so I'm just going to have to carry on as it is. In terms of new Survivor Pros, I do have Kane over here, and I'm sure there's a couple people who won't like me using the corporate Kane look because he doesn't look that great. Finn, as you guys know from the previous video. Dean Ambrose, which I got from the Team PCC, which I couldn't record the results. And what I've done interestingly with these 3 over here is I have partially leveled those, which was in my previous video, which I uploaded about PCC originally, which is a way of me getting to a point where my cards will not be beaten or not beaten easily in PCC. Rusev is designed for that, but he didn't at the beginning have a compatible tag. That is going to change if I show you. As you can see, I have 3 different new pros, which is really awesome, especially Roman Reigns. That's going to be a really great pro to have. And I also have this Ultimate Warrior here, which I got as my last King of the Ring rewards. And if you remember my 11,000, my 15,000 game reward. And I've got the 2 Bubba Ray Dudleys. I've got Bubba Ray Dudley from King of the Ring Award this week as well. So I am really starting to progress well with these. Bubba, I have specifically made up, if you have a look here, to be a PCC demon. He is going to be training with, or basically trading with Rusev in the future for PCCs in the future. And I'll be leveling up Kane, Finn, and also Dean Ambrose for my Road to Glory squad. But this is going to be potentially very good for Road to Glory and Ring Domination, but not so great for the Exhibition and King of the Rings, because as I'll show you here, I'm in a King of the Ring with some of the toughest opponents I've ever been in the King of the Ring with. First of all, DH23 MJ he's the only one who's got a Pro Diva in this King of the Ring. Alex is pretty hard to the opposition to have it to face up against. Adnan, Team UK, well, I don't have to say anything else. If you guys know the community, you know that Adnan is one of the best players in the community and has been since day one. He is not going to be easy to beat at all, and he's also in Team UK, so I'm sure there's a bit of banter going on there at the moment, talking about how he's probably going to try and beat me. And you got Harry as well, and Banshee are all humans, the rest are all bots, which obviously it's a bit different. I've never been in the King of the Ring with more than 5 or even 4 people, so to be with 6 or 7 is quite crazy. Anyway, back onto the PCC grind. I am going for, if I show you here, I rank 44, so I really need to start picking this up now. In terms of not leaderboard here, go to rewards. I am in a situation where I am going for a 6 to 75, which is going to get me the Universe support card. And I also have, if I was going for the other side, I would have got a Taunt. I personally would prefer this because I've already got the power and the speed and charisma, and also have a power as well. I don't have any toughness supports yet, but Swagger's going to win by an absolute landslide, which is a travesty. But for outside the top 75, I am going to get myself one of these crappy enhancement cards, which is never good. It'd be interesting to see, actually, if anyone does finish between 75 and 76, and they do get what happened to Kill Moose Kill, if you remember, or if you remember some certain other members of the community. This is the first PCC we've had since that event happened, where he got both rewards from both sides. He got the one for top 200, and he got the one for just under 200 as well, which gave him a pro immediately, which gave him a massive advantage over everyone else. But yeah, if that happened again, I would call rigged on it, and that would be crazy. But alas, if it did happen, then we've still got our event pros. I'm still unsure, so that's what I'm going to do with Swagger at the moment. Let me know in the comment section below what you are going to do with Swagger. I'm personally thinking power and charisma, given his charisma is quite good. If not, maybe power and speed. I've already got a toughness and power in Undertaker. I've already got charisma and speed with a little bit of toughness in Roman Reigns. So I'm thinking a power and a speed card, or a power and a charisma card. I'm not sure yet. I mean, it's absolutely incredible that Alberto has lost. I know that there's other cards that has meant that's the reason why, but this card would have been amazing for people who had the Undertaker, and I'm guessing just the under rewards, the likes of The Rock, for example, and also John Cena on this side, which I still don't understand why they're on this side. Just, I would imagine, it made a difference. But hey ho, just move on. And obviously you got Daniel Bryan and the Epics, and Daniel Bryan's always popular. So let's get on with a little bit of PCC grind. I've got 4 hours left, or just under 5 hours. This is what my deck is currently shaping up like. I'm just going to remove this this Ultimate Warrior here, because that's the wrong Ultimate Warrior to use. I'm going to go back down to this guy at the bottom. And this is the deck I'm now using. Now, if you want to change this in the couple of hours that we've got left of PCC, feel free to. This is something I'm using new. I was using the previous deck, but it wasn't working out 100% at the time. And this one does work out a hell of a lot better, and I get a lot more points from it. It's exactly the same as the previous one. I've just taken an untrained Survivor card, which I'm training up, and this is great for training as well, and a fully trained but unleveled legendary cards, and again just train those up so they're kind of around the same points, and it just makes it a bit easier. You can use 2 legendaries as well, but I find the small drop off to help a little bit between the legendary and the survivor cards. So let's go after DJ139, and that's not to say that I'm unbeatable. I do lose quite a few games, but it's usually about 1 in 10 I lose, whereas beforehand I was losing that 2 in 10. Like that gold dust design. Let's see if somebody's. I have seen a couple of the old school cards, especially the Randy Orton from the PCC in season 1 for WrestleMania tier. I found that, and this is what I mean by training, because I've now just thrown out Ultimate Warrior, who needs toughness matches to level himself up. I've just got him to extra toughness match, and I've won the game, and I get extra paws off the board, so that's cool. I am closing in, as I said earlier on my 70,500 game reward for the Diva. I'll show you that here. That is 16,277. I should be on about 16,400 by the end of this event. probably going to be a Team PCC tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to play it personally tomorrow because I am going to see a film, Star Wars, Force Awakens, of course. And I'm also going to see the same film on Tuesday, which means I'm not going to be able to play it at all. I'm probably the only time I'm going to be able to do it is during like lunch break at work or something like that. So I'm going to be pretty much screwed if that happens. I'm going to have to rely on another team to completely carry me in that event. Just watch it happen, just purely just to spite me. But yes, let me know what you are looking forward to getting in the PCC. If you are still grinding for that extra Jack Swagger card, if you're ignoring the Jack Swagger card, if you're going for John Cena, what rank you're at, what rank do you want to get to, what points are you at, let us know in the comment section below. I could have trained at Ultra Warrior, but I took the extra pick purely because, well, shits and giggles. Okay, so I'm up to 43 now. I am close to my next Survivor pool. I don't think it's going to come in this video. I'd be shocked if it did, because I've probably got another 200 games left or so. But I have had early pools at the moment. Unless it's a Rock or another Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, Bret Hart. Bret Hart I could deal with, but realistically speaking, other than that, I genuinely couldn't care less. If it's a Diva, that's all I'm bothered about, because people are catching up so quickly when it comes to the Divas that it's almost impossible. The strategy I'm using in this one, I did do this a little bit, I'm kind of hoping this goes right in this one, is that I use the two lower level cards on the left and the right hand side first instead of using these. Now that has actually worked out, because I can now use my supports to win me the game against Brie Bella, and it'll go back to this for use another tag team again. But if you look here, what I've done is, if I use these two first, I would have come back to using my other cards. Now what that does avoid is, it avoids you coming up against, let's say, Roman Reigns or an Undertaker, which are the PCC and the Road to Glory Pros, which makes a big difference when it comes to you potentially winning or losing a game. So what I'm going to do is do one more game on this, and then I'm going to go away and grind myself. Let me know also what you think about the NXT videos I've been loading up. I actually loaded up 3. I've got another 2 which are going to release tomorrow during the day, and then I will upload what my thoughts are of the event as well on Wednesday. But there's also going to be another video coming up tomorrow night, which is going to be talking about something which I'm going to do for an end of year, or like a, not an end of year stream, but a Christmas Eve stream, which I've been thinking of for some time, as a way of kind of signing off the year and talking about what the best things that have happened. This being my first year on YouTube, or really I've not even got to my first year yet, and doing as well as I have done and having the Twitch support now is absolutely incredible. And it's just reviewing that, looking over what happened and what was awesome about it, basically. So nice proc there by Nikki, which means I'm going to get the win in this game. I'll be generous to you and give you one more game afterwards. I mentioned about below the rank, there was a points total. That's 5,400. Now this is what I believe potentially 5-4 to 5-5 that I think the top two 150 are going to end at. The last time I checked, it was at 4-8, 4-9 to get the swagger card at the end. It's definitely higher than previous totals because most people beforehand would have been using time in work or in school to grind, and most people now for Christmas. So I'm not surprised that's slightly higher. And in fact, I said in a previous video and a couple of streams I've done over the last week that I expected this one to be a little bit busier than usual. So that's going to be it for these games. So if you use that as a reference point, that's not guaranteed. So don't come to me after tomorrow and tell me that you didn't get it because I told you. We've managed to do some progress. We've got to 5-4. Hopefully in the next episode, content, whatever, video upload, I actually get my Survivor pool and I can tell you more about that. Oh, and one thing I didn't tell you about is my most recent Survivor pool, which was this baby here. Now, I was originally really annoyed because, again, no diva. But having the pump up actually helps me a lot. It especially helps out with my Nikki Bella over here, and also helps out my Roman Reigns. And I can imagine it's going to be really useful for Jack Swagger as well once we get it. But that's going to be it from me. Thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you guys get exactly what you're after in the PCC. I hope there's not too many people who lose out on the best cards that are available. Again, let us know in the comment section below what you are going for and what points you're on at the moment and what you're aiming to get to. And most importantly, guys, Zolive!